Connor, just talk about, you had a nice game today, got a little foul trouble, but down the stretch you made those 2 big shots. Just talk about how big those shots were down shot clock.
I mean, we've been practicing hard for this game, for games like this, so we knew what we're going to get ourselves into. So we just needed to come out there and just be ready for anything. What I did.
Sorry. You, Yogi, and Nick all had, I guess, important moments and stretches in the second half. You've talked about being veteran leaders for this team. How much do you feel like, I guess, you illustrated that today?
A lot. Since that Louisville game, we talked to Coach Green for a while. We talked to our team for a while, and they told us told everything that we were the oldest, that they were looking out to us. So we just needed to step up with that.
And I guess at the same time, you guys talked a lot last year about not being able to win these kinds of games, frankly, especially in Big Ten play, just not being able to close out tight games late. A lot of leads lost or games that just kind of didn't cut your way. How important is it to open Big Ten play with a win like this, where maybe you do have that, you can give young guys that experience of just saying, here's how you win a close game on the road?
I mean, it's a whole new year. You know, we have a whole different team, and we know what we need to do, and we know how hard it's going to be for us right now in the Big Ten, being as young as we are. We're just going to bring it every game.
When you're playing a team like Nebraska that's kind of challenged height-wise, as a post player, do you kind of feel an added responsibility to step up and, kind of take control in some of those moments?
Yeah, at this point, I really feel like that for every game we have been playing.
Robert, this is the first time Indiana's won here since Nebraska joined the Big Ten. But you're 1-0. How does it feel to be 1-0?
It feels good, just being that it's a conference game and it's a conference opener. You want to come in and get a win, and we came in a hostile environment at times and was able to pull out a win down the stretch. So I think it's good, especially for me and the other young guys.
What was working so well in the first half to get that nice lead?
I think the key was defense. Once we start scoring, and getting out and running and getting stops along with that, we was able to stretch out and get a lead. So I think that's going to be the key, going forward is defense, because that's, going to translate into transition and things like that.
I think 7 made 3-pointers is like a co-season low for you guys. At the same time, as much as that's a part of the profile of what you want to do offensively, does this team feel like it can win without the 3-point line if it needs to?
Yeah, most definitely. Something we always talk about is, not only just threes, is playing through the paint. And whether that's a 3 or actually scoring in the paint. As long as we playing through the paint, we're pretty much content with the shots we give. It's always going to be a good shot as long as we play through the paint. So that's something important that we have to do offensively.
Robert, I know you weren't here last year, but this game is kind of like it was last year, where Indiana had the big lead, then let it get away. How were you able to hold on to it when they had that run at the start of the second half?
We talked about that, preparing for that runs. We talked about, different things like momentum swings and things like that. So it's just, it all comes back to getting stops. Once they go on the run, you got to, keep your composure, get something good offensively, and try to string together 2 or 3 stops, to get back in the game and get a lead back.
All right.